Hi folks, so I thought I'd come on here and do a little trio TV show review. General theme, whether it's this specific season or the shows in general, are I guess monsters. So I've watched Imperfects, Witcher and American Horror Story, and I thought I would come on here and kind of compile them together and do a little review. So starting off with Imperfects, we are following 3 people in their 20s and they begin to show side effects after being experimented on as children. We have Tilda, Juan and Abby as our 3 main characters, and although being a little bit teeny boppy at times, at you Tilda and your cringy angst, I really did enjoy this. There was double crossing, there was superpowers, dubious scientific exploration, and the storyline and characters were really great and fleshed out really quite well. I was so gutted when I finished the series to hear that it had got cancelled, and I think season 2 would have been really entertaining considering the enjoyment I had from this season and the way the cliffhanger of the finale ended off. It was, I feel like, so disheartening to hear that it didn't get all the views and kind of data that it needed to roll on for a season 2, because I was hooked. I really did enjoy it. I loved the different ways the super abilities kind of manifested itself. We had a banshee character, we had a chupacabra, we had a siren succubus kind of character. We had somebody whose body was unable to die, but they still felt the pain consistently of any wounds that was inflicted on them, which was so dark. So yeah, it really went into the depth of kind of the struggles behind these extra powers, as well as some of the strengths and what they could accomplish with that. But it was amazing. I really loved like this secret government agency kind of trying to get them and then working against them to figure out how they can get a cure, but also fight this evil that was trying to get them and have them for themselves, sort of covet them, and the science as well. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, so I gave that one a 4 out of 5 stars. Again, just a bit gutted that there's no season 2. After that, a slightly shorter review. This is for The Witcher season 3, which I gave a 4.5 stars. I thought this was a really awesome season, and again, I've got some more gutted feelings about the recast coming. I don't know, I'm still undecided how I don't know how I'm supposed to feel, as well as how I just truly do feel about Geralt not being the Geralt we know anymore. I can kind of see how they might implement this transformation of a different actor, but I wonder if in the world, in the story, they're going to acknowledge that he does look different, or they're just going to pretend it's not a thing. Do you know what I mean? So I am kind of intrigued to see how that works. I'm also really interested to see how Yen, Geralt and Ciri will find each other, if they find each other again. There is so much that happened, so much devastation in particular that happened in this season, that I was left absolutely distraught and unsure how the plot was going to kind of realign itself and get back on track. So I am really looking forward to seeing how things hopefully get put back together come season 4, even though I am a bit apprehensive about some of the changes made in terms of acting and things like that, but we'll have to see, give it the benefit of the doubt. So yeah, that was a 4.5 for The Witcher season 3. And lastly, American Horror Story season 11, I gave this one a 4 stars in the end. I don't know if it means my enjoyment's finally waning as the series goes on and on and on, but this one definitely took me longer to watch in its entirety. But in saying that, I did enjoy it. I just found myself not gravitating towards it as much as I was in earlier seasons, where I could back to back watch episode after episode after episode. This one, I would stop halfway in an episode and put something else on or do something else, and then not get back to that same episode until weeks later. But I still did enjoy it, which is, I don't know, a bit of a juxtaposition in itself, I suppose. I really appreciated the focus and time period, the theme kind of focusing on the LGBT plus community being under fire and prejudice and just not being taken seriously in science and the police force, especially, particularly so when it came to crimes that were committed against them as a hate crime, which kind of swept under the rug, not to really see the light of day. It was really interesting having that as the kind of setting and the backdrop for where the story unfolded. There were some really trippy episodes, of course, that had me a bit confused, but despite taking too many months for me to finish this, you know, I admit it took me way longer than it should have. I thought it was an overall good season. It ended a bit too suddenly for me though, and before I realised it, I was on season 12 and someone was giving birth and I was like, wait, what? This is not the same season. So yeah, I think it was kind of just abrupt, but I enjoyed the overall kind of storytelling of it. This one I gave a 4 out of 5 stars, and yes, that concludes my little reviews of The Imperfects season 1, the only season, The Witcher season 3, and American Horror Story season 11. Let me know if you guys have watched any of these and what your thoughts are, but for now, thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you in another video soon. Bye.